so important. It's still here. I sent your zodiac sign, put it in the chat, guys. Like, really okay, with love, we gotta have a little reality check real quick. You gotta just be the best you can be, not anybody else. It's only you at the end of the day.
Hello. What is up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. Hi, hello. If you've never seen me before, my name is Naja, aka the Voodoo Child. And this is the Tribe Tea segment. That's when you guys send in your story. That's when y'all send in y'all stories. When you want to get some advice, when you just want to key. This is a live segment. So, just like how I hit the mic, sometimes things happen. Okay, things happen. I'm human. Okay, that's like the moral of the stream. I'm human. You're human. Stuff happens. All right. I'll wait for some more people to funnel up in here. Hey, everybody. Hi. Hey, Tribe. What's up? Yes, it is Wednesday already. I know. I'm sorry. I got to take my big gulp. I'm sorry. Oh, my God, girl. Water just... This dang heat wave, the whole country just been hot, girl. Like, the water has just been, Thank you guys so much for all the compliments in the chat. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Shout out to my mods. Hey. Oh, my gosh. I would love that. So, manifesting that fancy partner. I would hope. Hopefully, Rihanna ain't mad at me talking about her man thong. Because I apply to do that, like, I apply maybe like once a year, and they do not be hitting your girl back up. I actually just collabed with, girl, calm down, okay? Calm down. I just collabed with Walmart recently. I'm really trying to get my foot in the door with a major grocery person, But I chose Walmart only because, like, obviously I'm not doing Target, but I feel like Whole Foods and all that other stuff is like for more accessible area. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say uppity, but like an Aldi, like not everywhere has that, but everywhere, if you have like a grocery store, it has a Walmart. So I just felt like that was very, up my alley to do. But yeah, I collab. I don't know if y'all know, but they have hair at Walmart now. So this is actually the hair. It's synthetic, but it's supposed to be for like sensitive skin, and I had to do like a video with them. So baby steps. I mean, not to get too political or nothing, but being a creator of color, being phenotypically black, like I have black skin, black hair, dark eyes, dark features, right? I don't get given a lot of freaking opportunities like that. So Fenty is one of those brands that will, do it with the kid, but she might not like what I've been saying about her man. Like, the same way I would love if Beyonce would hit me up for Sacred, but they might not like that. I don't think that she really grew Jay-Z's hair that long, But hey, if you guys want to talk more about like pop culture and stuff like that, put a alarm in your phone right now if you like me talking off the cuff about pop culture, because I have another sponsorship, so I have to schedule my pop culture rant a little bit further than I would like to. So what I'm going to do to appease my need to yap and y'all boredom, I'm going to be going live either on, I'm pretty sure Monday, after this weekend on Monday, and I'm going to take these braids out and just like shoot the shit with you guys, talk about my unpopular opinions about social media, really, like things that aren't pop culture viral enough to put in my video. Like, I've been seeing... I don't even want to talk about this. The lady that was like scratching her foot on the freaking cruise line with that damn fungus, like stuff that isn't pop culture, but it definitely was making rounds on social media. I'm going to be saying my unpopular opinions. So that's not my usually scheduled content. So I just want anybody that's interested, if you're watching right now, because if you're watching now, you love my live streams, make sure you bookmark for Monday. If you're my Patreon, I will put a notification there as well. But yeah, we're going to go live. I'm going to take these braids down and we're going to talk about some social media stuff. But today we are going to get into the tribe teas. Today we have one, two, three, four, 5 different stories that we're gonna get into. Happy early birthday to girl Luigi. I love your name so much. Happy early birthday. They said their birthday's on Monday. Hopefully I could catch you. But yeah, we got a few things to get into today, and they're pretty much all about coming of age, or maybe I should call it like settling into adulthood. You know, you don't have to deal with like petty relationship drama anymore, or you shouldn't, girl, it happens. But mainly talking about in-laws, eloping, exploring, going to different countries, kind of just saying F this and just doing you. Having certain friends that have not grown up yet, and now you finding yourself still in the club, you know? And then, you know, having problems with career moves and stuff like that. So the first story that we're going to get into is called In-Laws from Hell. Am I the a-hole? Is it me or is it them? Okay. The second one is another in-law story, and it's my sister-in-law will soon become an urban legend. Babes, I really hope that you're not about to do nothing, or you did not do anything, because you sent me this last month. All right? Let's take a chill pill. Okay? 3, I secretly went to Africa, and this is a long time tribe member. Like, when I seen this, I was just so proud. Like, I'm talking, you were there when I was doing tribe teas on this same couch, but like from my phone, like it was looking horrible, but the tea was so hot, girl. Like, if you go and look at my old tribe teas where the quality looks like a potato, those stories used to be crazy. She was there. So just to see, like, because I'm looking at these pictures, I haven't read it obviously, but like seeing her in Africa, like, so cool. So cool. So yeah, there's that. The fourth story is, am I making the right decision with my career? I know a lot of y'all out there can relate. And the last one is called, she tried to sell our baby makers at the club. Hello. Y'all got to be careful, because just reading that title out loud, it's like the first thing I thought of was, this is why it is so dangerous to befriend male-centered women, bro. Like, because what do you mean she tried to sell you at the club? Okay, Natalie Nunn, like, what? Girl, yes, when I used to be hitting that big ass vape, I used to be bro, I used to be something else when I was younger, dude. Yes, I used to be hitting the heck out of that big old vape. It's so embarrassing, but that was me. I haven't hit a vape in, well, I have the tree vape from the dispensary. Like, I'll hit it before bed or something. But no, back then, girl, I was vaping 6 milligrams. Darth Vader, bitch. Shout out to Sienna for the super chat. Thank you so much, girl. I always appreciate you. They said we used to even have Daniel gagged in the back of them throwback tribe tees. Yes, Daniel would just be in the back like, what? Wait a minute. What was going on? Look, yes. He said, I swear I could still hear that vape, and it would be so loud. It was before I even had a mic, and that shit was just loud. I wasn't even lit. That's the crazy thing. I wasn't even buzzing. The sad thing about vaping is, like, it's like a hand fidget. Like, you just want to be doing something. And I know this looks crazy, but you just want to be doing something with your hands and, like, your mouth, especially because I was quitting smoking at the time. I was just fidgeting, like I just wanted to do something. And quitting was not easy, but it wasn't hard, only because I kind of just transitioned to the ganj. But there was a period where I was doing both, and I'm like, okay, no ma'am, we got to cut this out. We got to stop this. Like, and yeah, vaping's no joke. Vaping is no joke. I do not recommend anybody to just like start doing that, because I'm noticing a lot, we're regressing again. Like, I'm noticing more younger people are picking back up vaping. So if you're watching this, like, I was your age when I thought I was about to do it, or I thought I was good and like it was better for me or whatever, I could not put that thing down. It used to burn my pocket. It would burn inside of my purse because the button would be getting pressed. Like, girl, I do not miss that phase of life. Oh my God. Yes, I was drinking Red Bulls. Like, that's why my heart's so damn bad now. I can't even drink coffees. I was drinking Red Bulls and hitting the vape. But yes, girl, please put the juice bars down. Please put the puff bars down. So let's get into our first story. None of these stories have receipts, so bear with me. I will check in with y'all back and forth, you know. No, I had to leave that dope alone, girl. I did. I had to leave that dope alone. I did. No, I never turned it off because like I was constantly puffing that bit. So turning it off would just like aggravate me, you know? Oh, and the aggravation that came with that shit. I would be so aggravated. I will say quitting smoking blizzies, BLUNTS. Now I only smoke papers. I have never experienced withdrawals or agitation like anything in my life. I know y'all are saying that vapes are worse, but I will wholeheartedly attest. I was aggravated stopping the vaping, but I was like mean getting off good old fashioned tobacco. I was mean. That is not for the weak. Shout out to anybody that's quitting like nicotine tobacco. Like, it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Speaking of not for the weak, in-laws from hell. I am very blessed that my in-laws are not from hell. My in-laws are very cool. I'll just, tell y'all a little bit of my tea. I kind of lucked up because I feel like when your significant other has siblings and those siblings are older or like have already done certain decisions, like it's kind of like the buffer already was had with, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really have a lot of competition. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't really have like nobody, I didn't have much to top, if that makes sense. There's that. But also, it's just like, I don't know what it is, but my whole life, I've just always vibed with Taurus women. My husband's mom is a Taurus. Like, we just vibe so well. Like, I would even say I'm, like, closer to her than I am with my mom. Like, on a friend level, I could talk to her way more. And then my father-in-law is an Aquarius, just like my biological father. So, like, there's really nothing much that really surprises me, you know, like, I don't know, like, he comes off very like strong and silent, but like he's like, when it comes to like girl, because he has a daughter, like he's very like mush, just like how my dad is. So like, I don't know, I'm just very blessed. And then y'all know my rule of thumb: if I don't get along with your family, we're not gonna do this. So that was like something I withheld. Like, that was a strong boundary of mine, like since I was in my early 20s, late teens, because my family was not big or the closest. So I just knew that was very important. And I did not budge on that boundary. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because, girl, now they do say the in-laws can switch up on you. All right. But like, I just don't see it happening. But I also know to not intertwine my relationship with my in-law. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I have my own house. We're very much, see you on the holiday. You get what I'm saying? I feel like some people get a little too enmeshed sometimes, and that opens the door for arguments, But hey, I don't know. Someone says, see, my fiance's parents love me. It's his bad body sisters that want to get ran down. Ooh. Oh, my God. Well, let's see what our friend has going on. Hey, Najib. Hey, friend. I would like to stay anonymous, but I've been watching your videos since around 2018. And back when you were posting your experimental El Drugas story times. Yes, girl. I have been a consistent viewer ever since. And to give you an idea, I was in high school when I started watching you, and now I am a master's student, period. I know that's right, girl. And if any of y'all ever listen to these and hear that, I hope it inspires you to get started on something, because time is going to keep going. Time is going to keep going, God willing, right? Time is going to keep going for you. And it's like, before you know it, 6 years pass by and it's like, oh, I could have been doing that. You know what I mean? At least get started on something. I love when y'all tell me you started watching me at one space and now you're in like amazing space. And I know it didn't just come out of nowhere. Like, I know y'all worked hard. So it's just very, very inspiring. I hope it inspires somebody out there. She says my fiance and I have been together for 6 years. We got engaged last year. Congratulations. We're both in our mid-20s. Been together for 6 years. We got engaged last year. We are both in our mid-20s. I truly do did y'all go to like college together or something? Because that's the only time where I really see this. Because I'm like, damn, y'all didn't really, unpopular opinion, I don't feel like y'all knew each other long enough. I don't feel like y'all knew each other long enough. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Let me know. Do y'all think I'm tripping? I'm probably tripping. We're both in our mid-20s, and I truly do love him. I can absolutely see myself spending the rest of my life with him as an individual. However, I know that when it comes to marriage, you don't just marry a person, you also marry everything that comes with them. And that is so true. And I'm sorry, y'all, that I am so freaking slow, because like I just did the math. I mean, if you're in your mid-20s, 6 years, I mean, you could have met at like 20, right? And then you turn 26. That's not that bad. But yeah, she says she's starting to have second thoughts because of how much I don't get along with his family and the fact that these people will be related to my future children. Ugh. Yeah, see, that is why you don't. My whole thing was, can I imagine these people? And I know y'all have heard me say this over the years, so you know, like, this is like was a firm boundary or a firm condition of mine, I will say, because, bruh, I seen a therapist say it the other day, like, when people be talking about, I want unconditional love, like, that's not real. Like, in real life, there are conditions to life. And one of mine was, I need to be cool with your family, bro. Like, it's not gonna work, because that's what I don't want. I don't want it to be like, I gotta take you to your grandma's house, I guess, child. And then what, you gonna be pinching my baby and putting Nair in her hair? Yeah, fuck no. Now I'm in jail. Like, what? Now I'm in prison. Like, no. So I feel you. Like, And yeah, it's not just 18 years. Like, you're stuck with them people, girl. Man, look. So my family is by no means perfect and can be dysfunctional as well. But seeing the way my sisters-in-law are accepted and treated by my family, even when their relationships with my brothers aren't viewed as perfect, it just breaks my heart how basically his family treats her. One of my sisters-in-law will spend hours on the phone with my mom, stop by her house just to hang out, and come with us on girls' days. And there's never any weird energy. And that's how it should be, you know? Like, meanwhile, I've never had that kind of relationship with my fiance's family. And I would feel incredibly awkward being around them without him. See, that's weird, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm also one of those people, like, if I'm just dating you, do not just abandon me with your family. Don't do that shit. Like, you will piss me off. At least on, like, visit number 3, you know? One of my pet peeves is when I go over to somebody's house and I literally have only been there one other time. Like, this is my second time going to your house. And you're like, oh, you practically live here now. I know you're not asking me for a cup, or I know you're not asking me where the plate's at. I know you're not asking me for this. You practically live here. No, I don't. No, I don't. That's like my pet peeve. I know people be trying to seem inviting by doing that, but I cannot stand that. Now, let's go back to what I first said. I also could not stand in the dating phase when, like, guys would do that. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to leave you with my people. No. Now, some people can do it. Some people, like my husband, he could do it. Like, I could leave him alone with anybody, and he will just chat them up. I am not one of them people. I need to get comfortable with you. I need to get to know you so I know what the hell to talk about. Like, girl, let me know if y'all feel the same way. But so as a mom, this might be unpopular, but I don't mind being a bitch. You ain't seeing that baby if I don't trust you. Tell granny I said no. No, that's some real shit. Like, if you are the full-time parent and that's your baby, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just have to, nah, bruh. I don't know. Here, let me see what else y'all saying. That's a big no for me. If the parents don't like me and there's no improvement, absolutely not. Right. But you didn't see any of this, like, when it was going on. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be victim blaming or nothing, but, like, you didn't see any of the estrangement when you didn't feel comfortable talking to them and all that stuff. Like, you didn't see, like, this isn't going to work. Because I'm not going to hold you. If I'm like, shy and, like, I'm just trying to get to know people, you get what I'm saying? If my son brought somebody home, my hypothetical son brought somebody home and she's like a little shy or whatever, I feel like it's different when a girl is quiet than when a man is quiet. Like, when a girl is quiet, it's like, okay, yeah, you're in this people house. Like, hey, are you okay? Like, do you need anything? What's your name? Like, what does your mom do? What does your dad do? Like, I don't know. I just feel like as the in-laws, it's kind of like your spot, you know? Damn, why am I shit working? But yeah, like, but if it's a guy, like, if my daughter brings a guy home and he's like, I'm gonna be sketched out because you're kind of on the upper end here. Like, I don't know. The only time I would give a guy a pass is if, like, the dad is there and the dad's like, who are you? You're taking out my daughter? Like, I get that. Like, okay, he might be a little bit nervous, but I don't know. If it's like the second time baby coming over and she's still nervous, I'd be like, okay, yeah. Maybe I should take the initiative and talk to her. But that's just me. That's just me. Okay, boom. I got the story pulled back up. So I'd be so hesitant to introduce people to my family. Me too. I had a real bad experience that I was, like, very selective after that. But yeah, I don't blame people. Meanwhile, I do not have that type of relationship with my fiance's family, and I feel incredibly awkward when he's not there. After 6 years together, we don't even have each other's phone numbers or follow each other on social media, aside from some of his younger siblings who are still minors. That is concerning. That's concerning to me. Because if it's already showing your family his family's not trying to accept you, like, it's giving, oh, we're just going to let this little phase, like, dwindle out, you know? Like, they're not taking you seriously or the relationship seriously. I would have just eloped if I were you. I wouldn't even have, and I would have told him, like, hey, does he know that his family makes you uncomfortable like this? Nearly after 7 years together, I don't even get a happy birthday text from them. Girl, I know it's unhealthy to compare, but seeing the difference weighs on me a lot. My fiance's mom passed away when he and his siblings were young, so he was raised by a single grandmother. His grandmother is extremely male-centered, has had 7 failed marriages, and clearly favors the boys. She is also emotionally incestuous, and it's not just me saying that. My fiance himself said he once heard what emotional incest was, and it describes her perfectly. So, to recap, he was raised by his grandma. Grandma the baby. And grandma got some machismo shit going on. Very much boy mom energy. And that is who the in-laws are. So you have grandma-in-law and girl, maybe this sounds insensitive. Please check me, y'all. The way I would not give a damn, like, with love, I am so sad your mama died. I'm so sad your mama died. Nobody's mama should ever be not here, right? But with that being said, grandma, you need to stay in the grandma place on this one. Like, you're not mother of the groom. you're not the bride. I need to know where his daddy at. I need to know, does he have aunties and uncles? Like, I need some more information on this family dynamic. The family dynamic is pretty confusing. Like, they said, I think the only time I'd be okay not getting along with the in-laws if they also don't really get along with their own family. That's what I'm going to say. Like, what is your husband saying about this? Like, does he want to cut stuff off? Like, how is that working? And I'm assuming that because you guys don't have phone numbers and stuff, you don't do holidays because, my family makes my wife uncomfortable because we're gay. But I stick by her side. If you can't protect your spouse from your family, you definitely won't protect your kids. And that is the real. That is so real. That is so real. 7 marriages. What spell she using? No, for real. Grandma said, I got that thing on me. From the beginning, Grandma was upset and jealous that she had to share my fiance with me and made passive-aggressive jokes about not wanting him to date until after college. She has gone out of her way to spread false rumors about me, start hate campaigns, intentionally exclude me. Oh, girl, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I would not have been able to do it. She encouraged his siblings to say awful things about my character. Even his younger brother, who began seriously dating a girl, did not allow anyone in the family to meet her or even know her name because he admitted that he saw the way Grandma treated me and didn't want that to be the case for him. My fiance was upset at this, but I can't blame his brother because in the beginning of our relationship, he was in like middle school. Right, they probably just groomed him into thinking that was normal. And he was being manipulated into thinking my fiance was betraying the family by having a relationship and trying to build his own life in his 20s. Now that his brother is older and has his own things going on, he does respect me and clearly understands that having a girlfriend is normal despite it being demonized in their family. So, question, are you guys Hispanic? Are you guys Hispanic or is he Hispanic? Because it's giving, she just wants him to take care of her, like literally, like bedridden, clean the house, be the man of the house, help me pay bills. Like you go to work in the real world and then you bring back your check and you pay for the stuff going on in here. It's giving those vibes. We're going to demonize you going out and starting your own family. And another reason why I'm like, are you guys Hispanic? Because traditionally, you guys tend to start families young. So I could see that being her fear of like, oh no, he can't start a family young because if he does, I'm going to get my resources taken away. And then I'm going to groom the other kids in the house. That's what I'm saying. It's either Caribbean or Hispanic. Like it's giving, you're depending on the younger generation's labor so that you don't have to work, and you're going to hold over their mother dying over their head as to why you're deserving of this. And that also explains all the marriages. You're looking for a man to take care of you. You're looking for some man somewhere, somehow to take care of you, and you're taking it out on your grandchildren. Pacific Islanders do that too. I was just thinking about Asuelo from 90 Day Fiance, nasty guy. But yeah, I was thinking of that too, where it's just like you have a son and you're like, oh, thank God I had a son. So now I can make him a slave and he could send all his money to me instead of starting a family. And that's like the worst thing he could do is start a family. I only assumed Hispanic because of the name that you emailed me with, but y'all are so right. It could definitely be Caribbean, could definitely be Pacific Islander. Somebody even said African. Man. That's crazy. So the grandma even brought up being in contact with one of his exes in front of me and gave him updates about her. Afterwards, the ex tried to re-add my fiance on Facebook, which made me think his grandmother had encouraged it. It was incredibly disrespectful. Thankfully, it didn't work because, in my fiance's words, I'm the best partner he's ever had. Okay, talking about you. They also tried to stage an intervention. So my question is, where did this girl come from? Because if y'all were dating from 1920, she hit up his high school girlfriend. Grandma needs a life. And then I'm pretty sure grandma was mean as hell to this girlfriend too. But now you want to be nice. Okay. Yeah, tripping. Right. And there goes that ex that she probably already liked. There you go, right? Grandma gotta go. And I bet you this ex already has like her own family, her own life, all that, and grandma is just stuck. They also tried to stage an intervention where they yelled at him, threatened him, and told him he was wasting his life with me and should leave. They constantly mocked our financial situation, and even though we are full-time college students, well, we were full-time college students who were only 19 and 21 at the time, struggling at that age financially is completely normal and is. What's not completely normal is to have an intervention on who your 21-year-old is dating. That is crazy. Like, were you beating him up? Like, what was it? Meanwhile, the main reason his sister, who is my age, had any money was because she received nearly 200 bans, damn, in accident settlements. She has since blown through it, and the last I heard, she didn't even have a car and was asking the entire family for money because she was going to be evicted. The irony is hard to ignore. No, for real. His sister has also disliked me from the beginning and made a lot of weird comments. She's repeatedly commented on my body, saying I have the ideal body type, but never in a way felt like a genuine compliment. It always came across as backhanded and competitive. I'm like, girl, stop looking at me like that. Like, bro, the way I would have been like, do you have something you want to tell me? Because you just keep making remarks about my body. Like, you be looking a lot, girl. You got something you want to tell me and your brother? Because this ain't Twitter, babes. I don't get down like that. That's weird. Especially how your grandma be acting. I wouldn't put it past y'all that y'all down to do some weird shit. Like, the third time you say that to me, you got something you need to say. Like, be who you are for your pride, girl. Because what? My fiance admits that the men she brought around often paid too much attention to me. The men that the sister brings around. Which I think adds to her resentment. We also resemble each other a bit since we're all mixed race. I am black and Hispanic. They are black and white. What? I would have not had. They're black and white. And the grandma better not be the white grandma saying she wants her black kids. I don't know if he looks phenotypically black or not, but I know that white grandma is not forcing black children to go out into the labor force and not reproduce. It's getting real Jim Crow in here. It's getting real Jim Crow. Because, see, I'm over here thinking that these are Pacific Islanders, other Caribbean, maybe like somebody who, you know, economically is disproportionate in this country. And yeah, your grandma might need to depend on you to read the bills, to pay a bill or two. No. Oh, this crazy. This is insane. Meemaw trying to get the... Yo. If my Meemaw ever pulled this shit, the way, somebody said it in the chat too, the way I would call up a nursing home, a caretaker, like, and I always be saying, and this might sound harsh, but I always be saying, like, bro, do not talk yourself into some shit. Do not talk yourself into some shit, bro. Because the second I find out you can't do something, yeah, bro, I'm about to get somebody whose job it is to make sure you are well taken care of. And it, like, it ain't gonna be my black ass. The fuck? It is not gonna be my black ass, girl. Yeah, I'm getting a whole bunch of messages. My bad, y'all. Shout out to Chrissy Cross for the super chat. Thank you so much. You guys do not have to donate, by the way, but I really appreciate it. They said, hey girl, thank you for your content. You are one of my favorites. Sending you love. Thank you so much for the love. Sending love back. Thanks for watching. Yes, I've been pumping out a lot of content lately. Shout out to all of you guys that have been DMing me about the secret channel. The video will be coming out soon. I'm going to be dropping all summer and into the fall, and then I'm going to leave the channel alone a little bit so it can accumulate. I will not be saying the channel name publicly because I don't want to get shadow banned, but I've just been seeing all of y'all support like from all different angles on my content lately, and I really appreciate it, okay? I really do. Where Dr. Umar at? Oh my God. Somebody messed with one snow bunny, and now this is... And now here we are. Dang. So the mom passed away. So his white mom passed away. And now you with the white grandma. Oh my God. Okay. She would constantly put other women down by bragging about being, this is the sister, by the way, bragging. She would brag about being light skinned with good hair. At the same time, she kept making negative comments about my appearance. Honestly, I think part of the reason she dislikes me so much is jealousy, not just about looks, but because the men she dates treat her badly while my relationship is stable and respectful. And I always wonder, I'll rephrase this. I never have to wonder if a light-skinned biracial, one of their parents were colorist when they come up with this, because I'm going to be so real with you. I knew about colorism, obviously, growing up, right? But I didn't really know, like, the breakdown of, like, what it is. It cannot affect light-skinned people. Like, there's texturism. There's all the, right? Until I was an adult. So, and it's because my mom never instilled in me, oh, you're better because you're light, or, oh, you got that good hair. Like, that was never in my upbringing, you know? So whenever I be hearing this from other biracial people or light-skinned people, I just know one of your parents is colorist, and the only reason why you are alive is most likely because one of your parents got fetishized. Because I don't know. Let me know if any other light skin or mixed or biracial people can relate. Like, if you grew up like me, where your non-black parent didn't play that shit. Like, granted, my mom is also, I guess, technically biracial. I don't know. She's half Puerto Rican, half white. But she just never raised me to be like, oh, you're darker than me. And even though we're both technically Latina, like, you're dark and I'm light. And, like, I just never got raised that way. So I just know when people do this shit, like, how are you white and you telling people, I don't know, that shit just be frying me. Like, how did that conversation even go? Weird. Since this time period, though, we graduated school. And our lives are going well, and we each have stable, well-paying remote jobs, period. And we moved to a city with better career opportunities, and we genuinely leveled up. What hurts the most is that after all the criticism, there has been complete silence now that things are going well. Part of me used to wonder whether their harshness came from wanting us to improve, even though now I realize their expectations were just unreasonable for two college students. But now that we're doing well, the energy is still cold. To this day, we've never received a single genuine congrats for anything positive in our lives, like moving to the new city, engaged, going to 6 countries, period, master's degrees, nothing. Meanwhile, when we're struggling, they were quick to kick us when we're down. That period was honestly one of the most traumatic times of my life because of the constant bullying and emotional toll it took on my fiance. And despite everything, they have never sincerely apologized. My question to you is, like, why are they still in y'all life? Why are they still in y'all life? Because God forbid well, not God forbid, it probably is gonna happen, bitch. It is gonna happen. Y'all are most likely going to, unless your mom is like my mom, you know, there's a large chance y'all are going to have a dark brown child, bro. Like, because the only reason why I say unless is my brother and I were just talking about this shit the other day. When you are biracial, you have a big responsibility, okay? Especially if you're a black biracial. You have a big responsibility. If you do not want no white child, I'm gonna need you to reproduce with somebody with some melanin. If you reproduce with another biracial person, you're probably gonna end up with a Adonis, like Drake's baby, okay? Now, I know we just went from colorism, now we're talking about phenotypes and all this shit, but I'm just keeping it a being with you, okay? So if he is black and white and you are black and Hispanic, obviously Hispanic is not a race, really. Like, you could either be a Spaniard descent, like white. That's why I said my mom is technically biracial, but kind of not really. Or you're a Afro-Latina, you're black, right? Like, right? Now, if you are too black, like say you're a dark-skinned Guatemalan, a lot of Guatemalans are black, and then you get with like an African American, like, yes, and then you get with, bro, y'all gonna have a black child. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, your colorist ass sister is not about to be around my babies. Like, absolutely not. Yo, racist ass granny, not about to be around my babies. And I don't care if you got some stuff you need to work out. No, that's why I'm sorry. I know you say like your relationship is like so perfect and everything's just so great and so, but there needs to be some accountability there with your spouse. When is he going to say enough is enough and cut these people off? Because that same fear that you had in the beginning of what am I going to do when I have kids with this guy, it's still there. Like, it's still there. I keep trying to make things work because at the end of the day, I want in-laws, but the way they handle our engagement was the last straw for me. We got engaged last year and neither his grandmother nor his sister congratulated us. They did not call, text, or acknowledge at all, and they simply acted like it never happened, and they don't support, and that they do support us, but sure. My family, despite its own dysfunction, was genuinely excited for us. Every time I see them, they want to talk about wedding plans, and from his side, there has been absolutely zero excitement. And girl, that is when you should have cut them off. That is when you should have cut them off. I don't know about y'all, but that is a wedding is the perfect opportunity to cut dead weight. That just lets me know where you stand. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. After that, I stopped attending holidays, birthdays, family events, and I know I do not care about having a relationship with them. To be fair, I do get along with some of his younger siblings, and I understand that my fiance maintains contact with his grandma in order to stay connected to them. I would never want to take that away from him, but it's difficult. So he's saying that he's only holding on to keep a relationship with his younger siblings. This is going to sound so messed up, but the truth will genuinely set you free, bitch. But first, it'll piss you off. Throwback. Those are not your kids. Those are your siblings. Those are not your kids. And then how much younger are your siblings? Because didn't your mother pass away when you were a child? So is your dad still alive inseminating people? Like, is that, like, what is going on with his family? I think I just need more insight on, I would have preferred this to start with like, okay, he's biracial, white grandma, biracial siblings. Mom died at this age. The youngest, these are all of his siblings. Like, how many siblings does he have? Because so far I've got 3, 2 of which are grown. Am I tripping? Like, I just feel like they'll find out when they grown. Like, they'll find out when they're grown. When they try to get their own little boyfriend, that's all I would say to them. It's like, watch what happens when you try to get with somebody. Like, she's just, I don't know. Part of the reason I don't even want a traditional wedding anymore, aside from the cost, is his family situation. girl, they're not gonna come and they're gonna waste your freaking money and your time, and it's gonna make you hate your husband. Like, honestly, I'm getting irritated for you because I just want him to step up to the fucking plate and stand up to that witch. Like, are you kidding me? Why are you even stressing about, like, the fact that you have these stressors is pissing me off for you. If I was you, because you keep calling your family dysfunctional, okay? I think the word you're looking for is estranged. But even then, I don't want to say that because your mom does girls' day with you and your sister-in-law. For reference, to throw my own business out there, me and my mom, we're cool. You get what I'm saying? We're cool. We're on good terms. We're not getting our nails done together. We're not going out. We're not meeting up somewhere to go decompress about our week. Because unfortunately, my family actually does have some dysfunction, unfinished business and shit like that. But my family also really cares about appearances. So when it comes to weddings, graduation, shit like that, oh, we about to show up and we gonna show out as if we were like this the whole fucking time. So that's why I'm just like, what is the word you're really looking for your family? Because your mom and your people are like there for you. Like, oh, what do you need? Oh, what's this date? What's that date? You know? So yeah, I don't know. If I were you, because there's obviously something going on of why you feel that way about your family. But if I were you, I would just elope. I would do a social media wedding. A social media wedding is basically you just get a photographer and they just take pictures as if it was an event, but it really didn't happen in real life. It's kind of just like for photos and for people on social media to see and other family members. And I would elope. I would pick a destination. You guys seem to like to travel. I would get the hell out. I wouldn't even involve these people. No, for real. Like, me and my mom, we chill, but we do not hang out. Like, girl, you had the chance to hang out with me. You didn't want to do it. So, no shade. Like, we're good now. But no, I feel you. Like, yes, there is social media weddings. Someone I went to middle school with actually got married at the venue I did before I got married there. And I seen her social media wedding and I hit her up. I was like, oh my gosh, like I have so many things to ask you. Like, I'm getting married here too. Like, do you have any advice? She was like, girl, I did not get married there for real. I rented out these flowers and there's the package, whoop-de-whoop. I was like, wow, I didn't even know. It's actually really smart. Because what do people want to do anyway? Just post shit on social media. Save your money. That way you could have even went to the courthouse. And then you could just buy your dress or rent a dress. And like, there's ways to do it. There's different ways to do it. You said a YouTuber you watch did that. Yeah, it makes sense. So at the same time, she says she doesn't want them, but she knows her fiance is probably going to invite them anyway. That's shady. And that is the problem of why I'm getting irritated. Excluding them could create conflict with the siblings that he wants there. I understand why he feels stuck, but it also feels unfair to me. And the thing is, they aren't even a close-knit family. His sister and grandmother openly hate each other, and the only time I've seen them united was when they were targeting me. His adult sister and teenage brother once got into a Thanksgiving fight. Teenage brother, man, that boy grown. He'll be all right. Like, what? Really? Bro, he'll be all right. Y'all doing too much. You over here trying, man, look. He got what, like 4 years until he's an adult, and you can tell him straight up, yeah, grandma is a fucking bitch, bro. Like, what? His adult sister and teen brother got into a Thanksgiving fight so intense it ended with blood being drawn. Oh my gosh, she fighting the boys? You fighting minors, girl? She wasn't invited to family events for a year afterward. That gives you an idea of how dysfunctional things can get. There's also the fact that his sister has threatened to shoot my fiance. This makes me anxious about bringing children into this family. Girl, I am all for love, but it's just like, it should not be this hard. And it's come to the point where I would be scared to have kids because the DNA might be fucked up, bitch. Like, what's going on? Why is everybody so violent? Like, why is everybody so violent and messy? like, your fiance is definitely a nature versus nurture type of deal, because like I don't see how he came from them and he's not as messy, but I do think his role self is tolerating that messy shit, and he needs to let that go, because this is not a safe environment to have no kids. Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know, bruh. If something ever happened to me, I would never want these people raising my children, and that thought weighs on me heavily. Bruh, that is what you really need to think about. When you have kids with this person, that will be their auntie. That will be their uncle. That will be their great grandmother. Where the fuck is grandpa? And by grandpa, I mean your husband's father. I love my fiance deeply and I genuinely want a future with him, but I also know that marrying him means becoming part of this ongoing cycle of conflict and dysfunction. It only has to be that way if he needs to choose up. He needs to choose up, and I don't care. I'm being so real right now. You need to give him an ultimatum. Tell him he needs to hit up his little brother, write him a letter. Say his brother is 16 and he turned, because I don't see no, like maybe 14, whatever. Say he's 14, give him a letter and say, bro, here's my number. You could always contact me, but I can't do this anymore. It's too toxic. And when you get older, you will understand. And when you want to find the answers for yourself, you will understand. But I need my space. Like, this is too toxic. And yeah, he needs to choose up. He needs to choose the new family he's creating. Because that old shit ain't serving y'all. What I want is peace. I want a community of people who genuinely love and support me. Instead, every major milestone in our relationship has been overshadowed from drama. And you keep talking about babies this, babies that. Girl, when you get pregnant, they're going to make your life fucking hell. They're going to make your life hell. You seen the courting stage? Girl, that's nothing. They're going to make your life hell. Our engagement should feel exciting, but I mostly feel sad and jealous when I see other people's in-laws rallying around them and celebrating happiness. And here are my questions. Number 1, am I being unrealistic and is this normal in-law behavior? This is not normal. Unfortunately, it's not abnormal for someone to come from a dysfunctional family. Don't get me wrong. That's not the abnormal part, especially, unfortunately, in biracial, interracial relationships where the parent has died. Like, okay, so you got 2 whammies. The parent has died and it's an interracial relationship. And I'm just going to assume that, and this is messed up. Hey, my dad's black. It is what it is. Usually the black fathers do not fucking stay. Okay. Like, I'm sorry, but they don't. All right. So now you're stuck getting raised by Meemaw and her racist ass. No, this is not normal. They have so many aces against them. This is not normal. How they're reacting isn't normal. 2, is it unfair to my partner that I'm having second thoughts over something he cannot fully control? It is fair because he can control it. He does not. He is a grown man. He does not have to interact with these people. He doesn't need to pay their bills. He is not the father of his siblings. He is not his grandmother's husband. He's not his sister's keeper or his brother's keeper. He needs to cut them off. He needs to cut them off. I left home at 19 and I used to have that feeling of like, oh man, my brother, like he's probably going to resent me because I left. I was just hanging out with my brother last week, 2 weeks ago. And I talked to him about it every once in a while. And like, yeah, as a teen, you're going to have that angst of, oh, so you're just going to leave me? All right. You get what I'm saying? But then when they come of age, you're like, oh, that's why you left. Like, yeah, if I could, I would move out on my own and experience the world too. It makes sense. I think your man is more scared about his siblings resenting him than he is about you and his relationship. That's just my opinion. 3, how do I accept that I may never have the kind of in-law relationship I want without letting that destroy an otherwise good relationship? This is so hard because it's like his family just seems really fractured. I was going to say, like, find a family member that is an adult on his side that can be like the bridge, that has some sense, that's like a mediator. It just doesn't seem like he has that. And that's why he reacts the way he does, because there's no buffer for him, right? And then in-law relationship, like, what really do you want? Do you just want to feel accepted by someone else's family? And like, where does that yearning come from? Because you say your family's so dysfunctional, but they were like there in the, like, your mom be inviting you and your sister-in-law to get their nails done. So like, where is it coming from? Is it mainly just jealousy of your sister-in-law, like sharing your sister-in-law? So now you're like, well, I don't have anyone to share with. Like, what is it? What is it? Like, because me personally, growing up, I never had a good relationship with my mom. Ever. Like, ever. Like, I'm talking, we didn't give each other hugs. Like, I didn't hear I love you. Like, never, right? So I knew my mother wound was so deep. I can't have a mother-in-law talking crazy to me, talking reckless to me, telling me I got to do this and rah, 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 that. Like, I just know my little heart could not take that shit, you know? So I guess I just want to know, like, what is your thing that makes this relationship so important to you? Because I have people that are like extended family that I don't fuck with. I just don't. And it's just a non-factor in my life. Like, it really is. They don't pay my bills. They're not fucking me. They're not putting food in my fridge. Like, they're not putting gas in my car, you know, like, so it's really like no sweat off my sack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, no sweat off my back. I'm not going to be vulgar. But yeah, like, I just don't see why you care so much, is I guess what it is. Maybe you care because your man still care, and your man needs to choose up. That's my opinion. Your man needs to choose up, because this is obviously hurting your feelings. You're thinking about it a lot. And I'm telling you, it's given you're going to have a baby and they're going to be pinching her. And they're going to be shaving her head. And telling them all this bad shit. Like, I'm telling you, bro, this is just not it. And have you ever sat down and told him these fears? Like, I'd have been like, what if we have a little boy and then your sister and your grandma force them to do child labor so that they could stay in the house and be up under him? What if we have a little girl and your sister tells her that she's dark-skinned and ugly and damages her self-esteem? Like, have you had these conversations with him? I keep trying to suppress how badly I want to be accepted from my future in-laws, but as marriage becomes more real, the desire is getting louder instead of quieter. At the same time, I don't want to lose a genuinely good relationship because of something my fiance did not create. I know a good family does not automatically make someone a good partner. Any advice would mean a lot. Ooh, girl, let me read these comments. What y'all been saying? I was going to say, if you set boundaries and let your fiance know you don't want any contact with them, that means your kids too. But he sounds like he's fickle. No, for real. It sounds like your word is never the last word, and he's going behind your back and saying the last word. Like, that's why I thought he was Hispanic, because or like Caribbean, because it's giving machismo. Like, oh, I know we just agreed to something, but as the man, I'm going to go back to my grandma and like my word is law. Like, what the fuck? We're a group. We're a partnership. And she didn't know none of this before they got engaged. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, it should not be that hard. That's my only thing. And I feel like his family low-key pushed y'all together. I wonder if there wasn't as much friction, would y'all still be together? Or would you guys have been able to actually like get to know each other for real? Because I also feel like this adverse thing happens when families don't approve of a relationship, where it's like Romeo and Juliet. Oh, we just got to be together. We just got to be together. I want to know, like, do you guys have anything, like, what do you guys have in common? Like, have you ever been able to just, or has it always just been like school, work. We got to grind. We got to show them wrong. We got to show them wrong. We got to show them wrong. You know? I don't know. Here, let's see what else y'all say. To be honest, she needs to sit him down and be honest with him. His family is toxic. Only if he could truly set boundaries and pick his family he's creating with you. I agree. It's not normal, but it's common. Yep. Yeah, I have a family. I don't really need another one, but my in-laws are nice add-ons. You don't need them. He doesn't need them either, the way they act. That's how I feel too. I feel like the boundaries get crossed when your in-laws are like too involved. You get like, this is our relationship, because they can't help it. They're going to assume their role, right? When it's like, baby, no. The first thing I thought of was like, baby, you don't know me. Like, you know, like, why are you coming at me the way you would come at your brother? That's not my language at all. He said, I don't even talk to my in-laws or extended fam that much. We have our own house and lives. That's what I'm saying, bro. He'll probably do things for his original fam that'd be against his new family he's creating. That's what I feel too. Like, it's given, there's going to be a day where you got to go do something, and then she's going to be at y'all house with the baby. Or like, and it's always the baby. Like, people like this get so nasty when a baby gets in the picture. The fact they're being so eerily quiet while you're planning the wedding lets me know, because you said they only link up when they have a common enemy, they're going to show out at your wedding. So I'm going to leave you with this, because we do have more stories to read. Probably should have put this on the long story stream, but 2 major advice I will give you, okay? 1, marriage counseling. Sometimes they will even give you a deal. Your officiant will give you a deal if you provide marriage counseling. I think that's only in the state of Florida. I don't know. But it's like encouraged. You guys need to do marriage counseling before you get married. If you have to, extend your wedding date until you get these problems solved, because getting married isn't going to fix it. And in my opinion, I'm not saying you guys aren't compatible or you don't have anything in common, but it's giving that you guys are like struggle love partners. And because you have so much trauma in common, because you've worked so hard together, it's kind of like, well, who else am I supposed to marry? You get what I'm saying? Like, well, who else? This is what we're supposed to be doing, you know? And I feel like as soon as the family drama gets nipped and y'all are left with each other, like, what's there? You know, so I really, really, really would encourage you guys to do marriage counseling before you do that. Number 2, I understand that you have an idea of that you want this wedding with like both sides filled up and like all this stuff, but it seems like his family is fractured. It seems like he only has like 4 family members, and his white family probably don't F with him or him and his siblings, right? So realistically, the wedding is going to be just your people and then maybe like 4 of his. If I was you, I would elope and then tell your people, whoever can afford to come, you are more than welcome to show up. That's what I would do, because then put your money where your mouth is. Bitch, you want to fly across the world just to be a hater? Doubt it. You get what I'm saying? Like, and if you do, like, damn, you must really have a problem. Like, damn, you over here flew all the way to Paris to be a hating ass bitch. Like, you get what I'm saying? I really feel like if you do an elopement, tell everyone, hey, if you want to be there, you buy a ticket, let us know. We'll let you know what hotel, whatever, right? If you must be there. But I would definitely make it about just y'all, because that kind of has been the motif of your relationship so far, is that it's y'all 2 against the world. It's just what I'm concerned about is that there's no other substance to the relationship other than it's y'all 2 against the world. Because another elephant in the room is both of y'all's frontal lobe just got done cooking like a few months ago. You know, it's a lot. And there's no shade in being engaged. Like, I genuinely thought I was going to be engaged for years. It just didn't pan out that way. Seize the day or whatever. It sounds like you need to do a longer engagement. Because what I don't want to happen is you guys have worked separately, right? And then you get married, and now you're getting a divorce, which is so expensive at a young age. And it's just like, I don't know. I would just hate that for y'all. I really would. I would hate that for y'all. But if you got any advice for them, put it in the comments below. Yup, grandma gonna wear white to the wedding. Like, I'm telling you, don't do that shit. Like, do not do that shit, bro. He said, Najee, you messing with my bag. My friend sent me an invite to the wedding. Get me an ounce of seafood boil, and I ran through that whole family at the reception. Girl, I just went to a destination wedding in Vegas. Like, I'm still poor. Like, I'm still broke, okay? Like, look, yes, it is a built-in honeymoon, too. So, yeah, if you guys have any advice, let them know. We're about to get into another in-law story. This is the TRIBETEA sister-in-law will soon become an urban legend. She's trying to take the sister-in-law out the game. Okay? She's trying to take the sister-in-law out the game. And this is why I always say just mind your business. Like, as a big sister, I would never be this intertwined in my brother's relationship ever, bro. No, ma'am, no, sir. No, ma'am, no, sir. Like, it's weird. It's incestuous, in my opinion. Like, they're their own adult. They're their own person. Like, what is wrong with you, bitch? Like, you can't get a partner? Like, girl, let's see what's going on. Hey, Naja. Hey, Fran. I hope all is well with everybody. Shout out to the tribe. This is my first time writing in, but I found your channel again a year ago after being a longtime watcher. Well, I'm glad you found me. Anyways, I won't make this too long since I just finished the long ass text. Oh my God. They said I just finished watching that long ass text to speech story. Look. Oh my gosh. I'm 21 and my boyfriend is 23. We're going to call him C. We have been dating for almost 2 years now and we are long distance. We met on the app Black or BLK. Y'all know I always mix that up. Is it Black or BLK? Let me know in the comments. I feel like I ask that every time too. We met on the app when he was out in my mountain state on a work trip. Okay, he got money. We don't have time to meet in person while he's there, but we exchange contact info via the app. We talked for a few months before he asked me to be his girlfriend. And this is my first relationship ever. And I had planned on marrying him one day. Okay, girl. He is such a blessing in my life that I met by chance because I was effing around on that app. At the time, I was going on random dates for food. Not really the connection or anything. I would hook up when I was feeling, spicy. But mainly it was for food. Girl. That is funny. I'm not gonna hold you. You was being real. You said, "Bitch, I just needed some food." That's so sad. Oh my gosh. So with C, everything felt different. It's also natural and flows very easy. On the other hand, he has an older brother who's 27. We're gonna name him K. And the brother has a girlfriend, 31, and her name is L, like Cinderella. They all live at home with C and K's parents. They live in the South in a small house. I don't judge how people run their households, but at some point there was 11 people, mostly adults, and 2 kids living there. One of the kids was L, Cinderella's. So Cinderella and K. Those are the in-laws. My boyfriend was never okay with any of that, but it's not up to him considering he's the youngest adult. My first time meeting Cinderella, she came off very aggressive. I know Southern speakers can sound aggressive, i.e. cussing and yelling. I feel the opposite. I feel like in the South, hospitality, like maybe it's because I live closer to the Georgia border, very hospitable. very hospitable, very like Southern Belle sounding. Like when I hear a Southern accent, I do not think aggression. Now, when I hear a Northeast accent in the world, New York, Baltimore, Jersey, Philly, like you could be saying, God bless you, sir. You sound like you want to, like, do you have a problem even? Like, I'll be scared, girl. Like, it just sounds so, like I look like, tell the nigga good morning. Like, it just sounds so aggressive, you know? I love a good Southern voice, but I don't care. I love a good New York, I love a good Northern accent, like, on women. Like, I love it. I don't care. It's just so spicy, like, yes, I love it. Yes, the Northerners be sounding aggressive because you said that Alabama, Arkansas Southern be sounding harsh. Girl, because the sound I be hearing, like I love Tennessee sounds like so gay. I love it. Just Tennessee. Just, yes, I love Southern accents. So funny. So they all living at this house, and she meets Cinderella, and she came off aggressive. Southern speakers can sound aggressive to me, like cussing and yelling. The jokes sound like bullying. Now that is Southern. That is Southern. The shade in the South is way different than shade up north. The Jones Inn down here is something serious. Okay. The problem is my mother is Southern, and so is most of the family I grew up around. As a mountain-born girl, I hate the North. I wish to live in the South, but her tone and personality was so rude. For example, I've never been in a fight, and that's something she advocates for, even if it's for no reason. She watches baddies, and nothing against people that watch that, but she called me whitewash because I don't want to fight. I don't want to watch baddies. So my name went from my name to white girl very quickly. Naja, try. I'm not the type to fight physically, but I do fight with words. I'm in April, and my mother is a December Sag. So you're an Aries and your mother is a December Sag. I don't have to hit with a fist or kick because my mouth can do all that for me. I feel you. Shout out to all my people that got Sagittarius mothers out there. My mom's a Sag and my mouth ain't to be fucked with either. Like, it just is what it is. But I will blame generational differences. Because it's kind of like a coming, like, where it depends on where you were growing up. I don't want to say that's just a Southern thing that people fight. You get what I'm saying? Because in New York, people would fight too, just on some like, okay, yeah, we're gonna shoot. Even when I lived in Florida, like, it wouldn't even be like real fights. It would kind of just be like the guys would practice fighting with each other, like play fighting, like that type of shit. Growing up, I did not like play fighting. Don't do that whole to my face. No, don't touch me. Like, I don't play like that. Like, that's cute for you, but I don't play like that. Like, I don't just let anybody put their hands on my body. Like, absolutely not. If that is being whitewashed, it's like, if anything, you are just so brainwashed by the media, Miss Baddies, that you're associating blackness with violence. Huh? The hell? So I am learning that people don't take well to smart ass responses. That is true. That is true. Now, that does come with, and that's why my mom always told me growing up, because I'm a Gemini, bro. I will say, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Because you're going to have to back up what the fuck you said. Okay? I'm also a firm believer in you choose your battles wisely. Just because I had a mouth on me, I knew not to try the crash out. I knew not to try the shoot. She in foster care. None of her parents taking care of her. Her fucking ponytail a few weeks old. No wonder she's fucking lashing out. Duh, she's fucking miserable. She has a lot going on at home. Like, why the hell would I go up to her after she bumped me in the hallway? Like, watch where you walking. No, you're gonna get your ass beat. The fuck. So I really feel like pick your battles wisely, for sure. But yeah, there have been times in my life where I said something to somebody knowing that, like, okay, yeah, this is about to be that fade. That's why the term, like, do you want that? Do you want that? Because either you want that or you don't. Okay? Thank you. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. I'll talk to you nice. Like, but now we're grown. Okay? So tribe, now we're grown. So I'm going to tell you what you do in these situations. We're taking bitches to court. We're filing protections, order of protections. We're you want to be around me so bad? You want to hate on me so much? Baby, you in love with me, and I'll take your ass to court like you're my baby daddy. Like, you got me fucked up. You're not about to put your hands on me, my property. No. We play court games over here. We play police. I'm snitching every time. What? So, I'm learning that people don't take well to smart ass responses when they can't comprehend words. So I choose to set boundaries more respectfully. T. Fast forward to my 20th B-Day and my second interaction with her in person. My boyfriend and her spilled a bottle of tequila. I chose, it was some, I don't know what, I don't know if this is relevant or not, but it's like orange and red packaging, and there's a worm at the bottom. Oh, okay. One of the tequilas with the little bugs on the bottom. Okay. And you drink the whole thing. In the last shot, you drink the worm. Since it was my birthday, we all agreed that the worm was for me. I know that bitch didn't drink the worm. I know, man. We got super wasted, and everyone knew my personality at that point. I like to ask questions, and if anyone feels it's too invasive, let me know, but I don't ask those unless we have that type of relationship. It was all couples in the room, so I asked, like, Cinderella, what do you like most about Kay? And she never answered me. I gave my response for my man, and the other couple gave their answers for each other, and she stayed silent. I didn't ask this for no reason, though. I had been quietly watching her and how Cinderella would constantly go to my boyfriend ranting about her and his brother relationship while he and I are on FaceTime. We're long distance, so time. Okay, so I'm gonna hop in real quick. She didn't like that you said that because she watches baddies, so she thinks that you want to take her man because you said, oh, well, what do you like about your man? It instills that even further when you tell me that she be talking to your man on the back end about his brother. Yeah, girl. No. And you know she drank the tequila worm. So we're long distance, so time is precious. We could have been discussing anything, but here she go ranting in the back about someone that is 40 feet away. Cinderella would constantly ask my boyfriend for small amounts of money to satisfy her, such as a few buds of lettuce and once 75 cents for a gas station margarita. The way I would have wrung my man up by the freaking neck. I don't care if it's a quarter. When you're with me, your money is my money. Your brother shot the club up. Okay? He got the, like, you get what I'm saying? He shot the club up. He gave her a baby. And you're giving this bitch money? One, you're giving her money for substances? Two, but you don't like that the baby's in this type of environment, but you contributing to it and you letting this bitch vent to you and Yeah, the way I would have turned up. The way I would have turned all the way up. Remember the tequila for my 20th? Well, we didn't finish the... Girl, why was you drinking tequila, girl? We didn't finish the bottle that day, so I left it with my boyfriend. And this B goes in my boyfriend's room, sneaks the bottle, and finishes it. Him and I discussed how I felt about that and how he needs to talk to his brother about her behavior and that he needs to stop giving her these things. I know y'all are probably thinking, he's cheating, girl, you're dumb. I don't think he's cheating yet. I feel like she is grooming the situation to where his guard will be down on some brother sister ish. Because the second you told me this girl called you white for not wanting to fight, because I get it. Some people watch baddies. Me personally, I'm not going to do it because you know how they say, like, once you wake up, you can't exactly go back to sleep. Like, I can't unknow what I know about what's really going on over there. So I'm not trying to say anybody that watches baddies is like this, but the second you told me she called you white for not wanting to fight, right? Like, I just know that this is an ignorant person, and I know this is a bird because you are living with your baby in a house with 11 adults, multiple, I'm sure the majority of them are men as well. Where is your baby at when you in my man's room talking to him about your baby daddy? Man, thank you, Sienna. Thank you. I was thinking that same thing, and I'm about to talk about her on Monday. Sienna said, this is heavy E-Kane activities. No, for real. I was even going to say Brene. It's like Brene mixed with E-Kane because it's like you're obviously trying to smash that girl, man. You don't like oh girl, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's giving E-Kane because it's like you are purposely putting your child in danger and you're living as if you don't have a child at all. Like, you're over here sneaking shots out the bottles and foot dragging to the corner store. Like, girl, you're a mess. And I don't think he's cheating, but I think he's soft. I agree. Like, he's being very naive. And then you being 20. How old is he? 23, you said? So you're 21 now and he's 23. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't like that. Like, I really feel like she's trying to... Okay, so the reason why I brought up baddies, the same type of person that would watch, like, or get manipulated mentally by baddies, I'm sure also is getting manipulated by corn culture. And this new corn culture, I wouldn't know. I'm in Florida. I can't watch shit. But is heavily incestuous now. Stepbrother, stepsister, sister, brother, sister-in-law, brother-in-law. Like, I could see that messing with somebody's head to where they're like, oh, this is normal. I can be with my child's uncle and it won't be taboo. You get what that's why I'm like, I don't think he's doing it yet. But she's either brought it up to him already or she's going to, or like maybe they slept with each other in the past before she got with his brother. Like, there's something going on there. Because it's even the fact that she wants to be heard when y'all are on the phone. Like, something's going on, bro. So you're probably thinking he's cheating, girl, you're dumb. I had suspicions, but in our discussion about how I felt, he told me a lot of personal things I won't share. But in summary, his family did not have a lot and lost a lot of the little they had. His parents' behavior with letting 11 family members stay in their small 3-bed, 1-bath tells me everything I need to know without it being said. So my suspicion came and went. His generosity towards her has completely stopped since then, but the conversation he had with his brother didn't work as planned. One night, I was kissing my man goodnight on FaceTime, and Cinderella was in the room. Why? Like, why doesn't she have her own room if she got a baby? Like, I'm just confused on, like, who sleeps where. I wish you would have sent me, like, a diagram on who sleeps where in the 3-bedroom house. She gonna interrupt me kissing him tonight, talking about, why are y'all doing all that? Oh, you got a blah, blah, blah. Yo, why are you doing all that? Confused and upset, I text my boyfriend after we hang up that her and I need to have our own convo. It happened the next day after I got off, and I made sure the brothers, my boyfriend and his brother, and Cinderella were aware of the conversation I wanted to have. We spoke through FaceTime on my boyfriend's phone, and I basically told her how I felt about the money, calling me the money. I think you meant Cinderella. Asking and calling me out my name, all because I don't want to fight. And whatever the F that she was on the night before, I didn't even get to all the points and how I would like to move forward before she cut me off and said, well, I just won't do this and this no more, and walked off. Granted, she said she had no idea that what I was talking about, and my response was something like, I'll make you remember. But I was upset because I thought her baby dad talked to her about all this stuff, and you just did it the night before. Ever since then, I've been giving her the I don't know you energy and not even speaking to her. I call her that girl and old girl because her vibe is so weird. It's a lot more incidences that make me not like her, like how she has 4 kids. And she only has custody of 1. And that's the one with her man's brother. The way she disciplines him is odd. She be hitting him and forcing him to lay down when he has energy. I never really heard of them going on a walk to the park or anything. She just be smoking Black and Milds and drinking liquor early in the morning. She's an alcoholic, admittedly. The mom acknowledges this, but I'm not gonna lie. The parents don't have a backbone, so they just allow it. So finally, my boyfriend's brother and his baby mom break up. Oh, well, they break up every other week, and it's a comedy at this point. Girl, that sounds like a scary movie. Like, what? No, that's what I was thinking too. There's like 95 people. There's bound to be somebody in the freaking room. She probably can't fight herself. I've never seen anybody influenced by baddies having any kind of squabble game. Me neither. And it's usually on some like, why are we even talking? Like, if you really felt like passionate about me, you're about to just square up and give me that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing I know as a talker. I also know when somebody else doesn't want to fight, because it's just like, bro, just shut the fuck, stop running your fucking mouth. Like, stop it. Sounds like one of those girls that tries to assert dominance over the new girl their male friends start dating because they secretly want or previously dealt with them. That's my opinion as well. No, for real. How old is Cinderella? You got all them freaking kids. Anyways, tribe, am I holding a grudge for nothing? Because I feel like until someone actually proves to me they deserve a spot in my life, it's forever. Fuck yeah. But I don't want to cheat myself of something good based off a few in-person interactions. Thanks for reading, guys. I don't have pics of old girl, but imagine the Chicago rapper Katie Got Bands with sister locks and an ATL accent. That's what she looked like. Ooh, Lord. And here's a pic of me. Oh, you are so tea. Yes. I love your glasses. That is so unique. Like, I love unique individuals. I love your piercing placements. Like, yes, you are so tea. Here's a pic of my boyfriend. Aw, he's cute. He's like adorable cute. Like, aw. Y'all do look really good next to each other. Now, I have to give you the tough big sister love, okay? This is gonna go in layers. For one, that is not your sister-in-law. That is not your sister-in-law. That's not your brother-in-law. Y'all are not married. You're not married, okay? That is a title not to be taken lightly. That's not your sister-in-law. That man is not your husband. You're 21. He's 23. That's not abnormal, you know what I'm saying, for y'all not to be married, but that is not your husband, girl. That's not your in-laws. 2, this is giving the vibe of like what I told you about my extended family or whatever, that like I really don't care that we don't talk because it doesn't affect me type shit. This is one of those things that won't really affect you. It's not really like you're trying to be involved with the child, right? Even though you're like, oh, it's weird how she disciplines him, it's weird, whatever, right? It's not like you're like, oh, I'm married into this family and now I'm the aunt of this child or something. Like, there's no marriage there. Like, y'all are still dating, right? 2 or 3, I don't remember where I left off. Does your man have any plans on getting out of that environment? Like, at all? Do you live with your parents? Do you dorm? Do you live on your own? Like, what is your living situation like? Not saying you guys should immediately shack up. It's just, regardless of if you're in a relationship or not, you should have the desire to leave the nest, go see the world, even if the world is as big as your town or your state or your city, right? Like, you shouldn't want to stay. Like, you should be grinding on how the hell am I going to get out of here, right? Especially when there are 11 people. I wouldn't be scared of having nowhere else to go. I mean, it seems like your mama and daddy will always let any stray into that damn house. So what is the harm in trying? Like, has he ever spoken about getting out of that environment? Because getting out of that environment would solve a lot of his problems. You're not going to have random people on your FaceTime calls in the background. You're not going to have your brother's baby mama sneaking in your room being weird. You're not going to have a freaking alcoholic in the house. You're not going to have children unaccompanied. And like, there's so many things that will no longer be his problem, which will inevitably no longer be your problem if he gets out of the environment. Like, have you guys spoken about it? And if so, what is his, I'm sorry to say, excuse? Or what is his plan? Like, does he have a plan? Has he told you a plan on his game plan on how he's going to get out? And that goes for, no thanks, Darian, that goes for every adult in that house. Because unfortunately, shit like this is generational. If you see all your older siblings, because he's the youngest, being bums, living off the system, not really doing shit with their life, he's probably not going to be inspired to do anything either. So like, I would just like, is this where you want to be? Because if he has no goals of doing better, then yeah, I wouldn't even want to talk to him. I don't care how adorable or, you know, cutie pie coded you think he is, girl. I don't like that. I don't like that. What do y'all think? I feel like he needs to be showing that he no longer wants to be in this environment, especially him being 2 years older than you. Like, I know that's not a huge age gap, but my husband being 2 years older than me has helped me see things like, I don't know. I'm not all for traditional gender roles and shit, but it's like, you're not about to lead me off a cliff, bro. You're not about to lead me into the hoarder house. You're not going to lead me into the kickback with the girl with the soft brain. Like, come on, bro. Because at what point does it become your nurture versus nature? At what point does it become a circumstance? And then at what point are you just accepting shit, you know? If you already having these issues, leave. You're too young. There's no reason to stick it out. Dang, how old is Cinderella again? I don't know, but she got hella kids. Hey, just joining the live. Hey, my story was read last week, period. Thanks for setting something in. Someone now to rewatch it, clock other people. I know that's right. But yeah, give her some advice in the comments below. If he has no aspirations of getting out of that environment at 23, that concerns me. I get the economy is really, really bad, but I wouldn't side it as much if he had like 4 roommates. You get what I'm saying? We're all chopping the bills. I go to work. We got 4 roommates. You have 11 family members in a 3-bedroom, 2 kids. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'm going to pivot to this. Am I making the right decision with my career? Again, thank you to both of you guys that sent me in those 2 stories from before about the in-laws. If you have any in-law advice or significant others, families, drama, whatever, you could either send me in a story or send some advice in the comments. And yes, them being long distance concerns me even more because you can't really be on his ass. You know, like there really isn't like a encouraging factor here. Like, at least if you lived in his city and he's seeing like, oh, well, she's able to do this, she's able to do that, let me step my cookies up. It's kind of giving, and then you not really being experienced with relationships. I don't know, but let me know what y'all think. Let's get into the, am I making the right decision with my career? Okay. Hey, Najib. Hey, friend. I wrote in a few times about my car crash in Galveston and my weirdo father who is now officially cut out of my life after the wedding. I know that's right. That's the best time to cut somebody off. Like, bye, bon voyage. I wanted to ask for some advice from the tribe if I'm making the right decision regarding schooling and my career. To preface, I have never stayed longer than a year at a job. Girl. Now I'm 29, going on 30 in August, and whenever a job environment stressed me out too much, I look for another one. You cannot do that in this economy. You can't. After a while, I got it got so tiring. So I figured I tried to start my own business. Okay, maybe working for myself was better. I ran a cosmetic business for 4 years, period. And I had a decent number of sales, but it became more of a loss than a profit. So I decided to close in 2024. It happens. I felt so lost that I decided to pursue my bachelor's in business administration. Very smart. I had already obtained my associates in marketing, and I figured maybe I could get access to better jobs, so I didn't job hop so much. I took 2 classes, macroeconomics and business math. What is Maro economics? Because she put macro and marrow. Oh, I think she just meant to put macro, because I'm like, I've heard of macroeconomics, microeconomics. I never heard of Maro, girl. So macroeconomics was a piece of cake, but business math was kicking my butt. Granted, I took a 3-month class for it, so needless to say, I failed it with a 40 and gave up pursuing my bachelor's. No! During this time, things were getting pretty serious with my boyfriend, now husband, and we decided to move in together. I was still working a full-time job during the duration of school, moving in with him, so I continued to remain at it while searching for a higher paying job because it was only $17 an hour. Damn. I finally found a job that pays $22 an hour, but it was a bust because it was basically a startup. Oh, I hate those. The owner wasn't getting business, so he let me go. After that, I went to another job for a few months to pay for our wedding, then another one for a month until I got fired because it was not the right fit for me. I knew I had to figure things out because my husband and I were discussing the next step in our future. We want a house and kids in the next few years, and I needed to help. I'm going to tell you right now, if your husband is not financial, like if your husband doesn't make enough money to where if you get fired tomorrow, he could pick up the slack and y'all don't go 50-50, do not have a child. Period. With love, you are too fickle with your employment. Kids need stability, right? I'm actually very surprised that you said you want a house and a kid, right? I thought you were going to be on some like, yeah, I got my husband. We're going to be on that child-free marriage life and just do us, because that's a lot. That's a lot. You said it's too late. Did you already do it? That's scary. Like, I'm not going to hold you. That's a lot of faith right there. And the fact that he's telling you you're going to need the help, the way I would have like I would have been scared. But I would have been very scared. So that's when I started deciding between a trade or giving my bachelor's degree another go. Girl, if you don't freaking finish that degree, are you kidding me? Like, girl, if you do not go and finish that degree, because what are you talking about? Because at least with that damn piece of paper, you could at least get a higher hourly rate and you can kind of climb that way. But like, realistically, you need to sit down somewhere, bro. I don't know. It's such an oxymoron too, because it's like, on one breath, you want to be able to be there for the kid you create. But if the only reason why you can have this kid is because you have the second income, like I always say, if I wasn't doing YouTube and I actually like went and got another degree, so because now my degree is like freaking obsolete. Like nobody cares about freaking associates anymore. You used to be able to do so much with an associates. They do not care anymore. If I were to actually like, I don't know, even if I were to go be a substitute teacher, like an art teacher, I would be living in a freaking McMansion right now, right? I'll be living in one of these little 2-story johns I'm looking at right now, paying a housekeeper to clean it for me because that's the real reason I didn't want to be house poor and like all this stuff, right? But I could not leave my job to be there with my kid, because if my income's gone, Daniel's income alone couldn't pay for the McMansion. So that's what just concerns me. If anybody is watching this, like, that kids do need stability. And for the first 5 years, there ain't no free daycare. Okay? You need stability. You need stable income. All right? So if hubby couldn't pay all of y'all bills by himself, I don't give a damn what type of family or house he talking about. But that's just my opinion. I was considering becoming a medical assistant since the program wasn't that long, but it was 30 bands in debt. That's another thing they do not tell you, is that the better pay you get, the more debt you're going to get obtaining the degree. It's such a like half backwards thing. Like, it's so crazy. My husband and my mom were pushing for me to do it because I would be able to have my kids sooner and help with paying for a house. But in my heart, I wanted to give my bachelor's a second chance. I was going to be 40 bands in the hole and 3 years of schooling, but I felt it would give me more flexibility and career choices. My plan was to get a job as a social media manager, build up my skills when I was in school, and have a degree under my belt. So I'm going to be so real with you. I have such a bad taste in my mouth with like communications, HR, social media management, because those degrees have the biggest, I wouldn't even call it FOMO, but like regret. And like, I'm not going to hold you. That's why I stopped getting my freaking bachelor's or whatever the fuck. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm already getting everything that would get with the degree. I'm a streamer. Like, what the fuck am I getting a degree in communications for? Like, just me, the world has changed so much that just me having 200 people in my live right now, I remember the lady that moved me into this house, she said her son went to art school for streaming. Like, it's different now, bro. It's different. Like, I wouldn't do that to be no social media manager as much as, I don't know. It's really a gamble right now. If you're not doing a trade or you're not in medical, and unfortunately with the medical, it costs you a lot of money to get the degree, to get the money. And then you can't be failing no macroeconomics. That math, boom, got to be on one. Girl, let me know if you guys can relate. Because I have myself all set up to do another 2 years to get my communications. And then I looked at the salary. And I'm like, girl, I could be working at UPS making this much. Like, are you kidding me? Like, things have changed so much. They've changed so much. My husband was against the social media manager idea, but he said to retake my math class that I failed that first time. And if I passed it, I should pursue it. I retook the class in spring of 2026 and I passed with a 98. I know that's right. I was so happy. And my husband also helped me with the tutoring. So I feel like I could really do it. But my husband was still unsure if I should really continue pursuing it, because not only will I be paying out of pocket, he pointed out that we will be trying to have kids once I graduate. See, your husband's starting to irritate me, because open your fucking purse. Like, are you kidding me? You're over here talking about when I'm going to have a kid, when I'm going to have a kid. You need to open your fucking purse. Because you should not be depending on me and my degree for us to be able to do this. That's my only thing. Like, and again, I'm not trying to push these traditional gender roles and shit. But I'm just saying, like, how are you telling me what I'm about to do with my body? And then I got to go out and get the bread and butter too? I got to build the table, go get the food to put on the table, and I got to birth the baby on the table? Fuck. It's funny. I always tell myself if I can go back, and I might just end up going back and just, because you know how black people do. We just got to, well, black women, excuse me. We got to collect degrees like infinity stones and shit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get an associate's in science, and like, because I definitely like science more. And just being an artsy kid, I always thought I was bad at math. And then when I went to college, like when I went back to school in my mid-20s, I'm great at math. So I'm just like, bro, I don't know. I might just go back for shits and giggles. Like when I do have a child and my child's like in elementary school, maybe I'll go and pick up another, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. He pointed out that we will be trying to have kids once I graduate, so it'll be pointless to obtain a degree. I could see where he's coming from, since I only want to work part-time so I could take care of the house and kids, but I feel I can make it happen. Right now, I'm preparing to take a full-time schedule. Man, call me spoiled, baby. I'm not birthing no baby if I cannot be home full-time. If my baby can't talk, bitch, they're not going to no daycare. Like, I don't know, bro. And I know somebody out there is going to think I'm being unrealistic, like the same way people think push presents and stuff like that are unrealistic. But it's just like, girl, my dream job is no job type shit. Like, well, all jokes aside, I love streaming. Obviously, I love doing the internet stuff, but I don't see anybody. If you could ask any mother out there, if they had the choice to stay home with their baby while the dad, do what he need to do, they would choose, yeah, I would rather do that. And I get working. You never want to be completely dependent because, abusive situations happen, but at least a work from home job. You get what I'm saying? At least be online data entry job. Like, that's what I was going to suggest to you. I'll probably get into like data entry, insurance, anything where you could stay home, build credibility in a field, right? It's just the whole arts and social media field is so hands-on. You don't need a degree to do well. There's a reason they're doing streamer university. They're cosplaying going to school. Like, you don't need to do that, right? Whereas you could get in really good as a pharmacist. An x-ray technician makes a lot of money. I would really get into the medical field, sciences. You will never, ever go wrong with that. Now, there are levels, like if you're a nurse or whatever, yeah, you're going to be working late hours. You're probably going to be on your feet, tons of schooling, very stressful. But there are tons of medical jobs that you wouldn't even know are there. You could work from home. You're just on Excel all day. You don't got to pick up no phones. So I think the business management is a great idea, or business administration. Like, that is a great idea. I would use that and then get in somewhere. Like, I'm telling you, you gonna want to be home with that baby. You're not gonna want to be working part-time and home with the baby. Then there's gonna be even more stress when, if I don't clock into this part-time job, like say if my baby has a booty explosion today and I'm late, we're gonna lose the freaking house because now my husband is depending on my income as well to pay the mortgage. And I honestly feel like, I get if you're married, they're going to consider both of your incomes, but like, if one of y'all can't do it y'all self, then I wouldn't do it. Like, this economy is crap. This is not the economy where you quit in a job every year. This is not the economy where you buy a house and can't afford it. Like, these banks and shit, like, it's just not, Right now, I'm preparing to take a full-time schedule in the fall and work part-time to pay for my bills in school. I'm taking some classes at a community college to make it cheaper, but everything will be 6 to 7 bands a semester. And my half of the bills for the apartment is $1,500. Baby, he not ready. Y'all are not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. I'm set to graduate May 2029. I really want to become a social media manager and run a reselling business on the side, but I'm scared it will fail like my first one. That first one was not a failure. You did that for 4 years. That is great. That was not a failure. And yes, you could do social media managing all by yourself. Just do it. You would be surprised. Shout out to Sienna. She said data entry has been ruined as a career choice. We were unknowingly training AI to take over the field, but that's a different convo. Wow, I didn't know that AI had got into that one also, because that's always what I hear people are, get into data entry, specifically medical coding. Like, that's crazy. So be careful, y'all. There's some scam jobs out there. I want to become a social media manager, but I think my degree will give me more security. So, Tribe, do you think I should continue to pursue this degree or consider other options? Honestly, I feel like you kind of in too deep right now. You could always go back to school and rack up more degrees, rack up more. I would look more into certifications if I were you. Like, companies care way more about what systems you know how to operate. I would look into fields that are closed, like medical, banking, places where like you could rise up. Granted, in those spaces, you will have people that do not have degrees, so you could use your degree to instantly go higher in the company. I feel like you need to get more creative with your credentials. Okay, I don't know if maybe you live in like LA or New York or Miami where you feel like, oh, my degree, my social media degree, I need to be managing Tana Mojo. Like, I don't know if that's like why you're thinking of it that way. You need to get a little bit more creative with how you're using your degree and like where you could go with it. You'd be very surprised on who would let you in the door and give you a shot just because they know that you're a dedicated person. You completed this, right? Experience will trump all. I agree. Experience, certifications, who you know. But yeah, I am a firm believer in you do not bring kids into this world unless you are already in a good situation and you want to add more to a good situation. This doesn't seem like a very stable situation. It seems like very like frantic, like you don't know what you want to do yet. And I wouldn't add a kid to that confusion. And I would tell your man to like, chill. You got me going 50-50 right now, bro. How the hell am I supposed to do this? You got me going 50-50 and I pay for school. Is he paying for school? Is he going to school? Like this would be so different if he was the main breadwinner and he's like, all you got to do is go to school, babe. That's all you got to do is go to school. And he just lets you, flourish. It would be so different, but that's not the case. Like, this is too much for me. This is too much for me. I won't lie. Business degrees are heavy in networking. No, it really is. It really is. Like, but I could see that doing well for you because you have worked so many jobs. Like, I don't know. Certifications are the way to go. I agree. They take you maybe like 3 months or so. But if you really want to get some like, I don't know. This is something you do after you already have the baby. Like you had a little oopsie and now we got the baby. Girl, if you don't go be that pharmacy tech, if you do not go be that pharmacy tech, if you do not go be that substitute teacher, girl, that pharmacy tech I think is like 8 months. I think it could be 8 to 12. But yeah, you already got the degree, girl. You don't go, girl. Hello. Hello. Man, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm gonna read one more story before I go. I want to squeeze one more in. She tried to sell our baby makers at the club. I gotta read that. And then I'm gonna save this Africa story for next week because this is so sweet. My girl said, I went to Africa, bitch. I went to Africa and got me a man. I know that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna save that for next week. I know y'all won't mind. You know what would fix this? A baby. No. Okay, this is the last story. She tried to sell our baby makers at the club, girl. Please make sure you guys are liking the stream. Please, please, please. I know they say you can't replace HR, but another thing I learned with that degree, meeting people that are in that, HR is so high stress. People that work in HR have heart issues. They usually have strokes. I've heard of people going blind from stress. Yes, everybody always needs a job. That means your phone is always freaking bumping. Internships are hell. Like, if you work in HR, I commend you. Because I've heard horror stories. And they only get paid like 65 bands. That's why I said, girl, you can go work at the UPS and not lose your sight and not go crazy. Like, the average person there is on Adderall. They have Adderall prescriptions. And I'm speaking from somebody who has told they had to quit because their supervisor was like, oh, you know what? We all got a prescription. Like, and they were getting dependent on it. Like, I'm telling you, bro, if you know somebody in that field, you know, like, the soon as people try to monetize arts and humanity and sociology, all that shit, it always gets abusive. Like, they always take it too far. Speaking of being abusive and taking it too far, let's get on this. She tried to sell our baby makers at the club, child. Hey, Naja and Tribe. Hey, friend. I hope all's doing well, and I am back with another story. The last time I wrote in, it was I accidentally smashed my mama's friend. You are trifling for that. I remember you. For the ones who didn't get to hear the last one, I'm a Scorpio sun, Pisces rising, me too, hey girl, and a Leo moon. Shout out to all my Scorpios, Pisces, and Leos. Okay. I'm usually doing things for the plot. So here we go. Here, hopefully I'm not hiccuping the whole time. Hold on. So, I went to school with this girl named Jade. I used to always love that name. She was a Gemini. Shout out to my gems. She's dark-skinned, short with locks. And she says she a dyke, but that's a stud, girl. Don't be hey, and you better be with the community, cause bitch, that was out of pocket. When I met her, we had the same home ec class. She was a senior and it was my freshman year. Come to find out, she knew my two older sisters. So over the years, we kept each other on social media and kept in contact, replying to each other's stories and just overall checking up on each other. And one day we're talking about this new club opening in our city, and we both planned to go together along with her best friend and some other girls we went to school with. So the week of the opening, I decided to buy a table so we'd have somewhere to sit, and I ended up texting Jade, letting her know that I got us a table, and her best friend, and one other girl could get in for free. She said bet, and that she would buy a bottle and have some magic shiitake mushrooms. My only complaint is, like, girl, if you're gonna be the boy, be the boy. Why am I buying us a table? And you're my older siblings' friends. Girl, you better put them damn boxers to use and get us a freaking table. What? Fast forward to the night of the grand opening, I get my life together and Jade comes to pick me up. This is when I finally get to meet the best friend. We'll just keep her name best friend. She was about 5'6", 5'7", light-skinned with locks. She was a Pisces, if I'm not mistaken. Just very bubbly and ready to turn up. And that was the perfect vibe for the night, so we instantly clicked. So now we're on the way to the club, taking shots, singing our hearts to the music. We finally get to the club and park and took our medicine. Now, y'all are crazy. I would never do none of that and go into a club. The way that I would physically see the demonic entities coming off of people, bro, the way I would physically be able to see the aura of the dudes hugging against the wall, no. The night was fun. We took our laps around the club, danced on the floor, mingled. Eventually, Jade's other friend showed up and she introduced us. We're going to call her Brittany. Brittany was dark-skinned, 5'4". She's a Gemini as well. Very happy, welcoming person. She fit right in. So after the club, we decided to go back to Brittany's house because we didn't want the night to end. We go to Brittany's and Brittany got in the car with us and we all just talked and got to know each other. That's where I learned that Jade and Brittany met at their job. We all exchanged numbers and made a group chat before we ended the night. Okay, so y'all was really vibing. All right. They said, so you was with DeBrat and Young M.A. Look. Kinda. So fast forward 2 weeks later, we all plan to go out again. And the following day, have a seafood boil, watch baddies, and meditate with God. Because it was 420. So the day of us planning to go out, I text the group chat and asked everybody what they wanted to drink. We all agreed on dark lick, and I was getting a bottle, and so was Brittany. Then best friend asked what were we all wearing, saying we should all wear blue and purple. Then proceeds to say she does not have any money. So that threw me off. What you mean you don't got no money? Side note, I forgot to say Jade the stud is 26. Brittany the coworker is 32. Best friend is also 26, and I am the youngest at 22. Anywho, Brittany said she was about to go find an outfit, so I asked her to come scoop me from work since I just finished at the shop because I need to find an outfit as well. She scoops me and we go to the good old City Trends, period. The CITI. No, for real. Where's your money at though? Like, show them your money. What are you doing? We do our little shopping and head to the liquor store and then to the HEB to get the food for the seafood boil. After we do that, we go to Rudy's and get food. On our way to Rudy's, I bring up the fact that best friend says she was broke in the group chat. We were instantly on the same page on how she was doing all this planning, but you don't got no money. Mind you, this was her idea to have the seafood boil the following day. Also forgot to mention, me and Brittany went half on all the seafood. So friend, this is strike 2. This is your second time paying for the people. I get it the first time, maybe that, courteous, whatever. But the fact that you pay for the table the first night, yeah, I'm not paying for the seafood boil. Shout out to Brittany though. I feel Brittany, but she's the most grown person there. So now, anywho, we head back to Brittany's house to get ready for the night. So we each take shots, getting ready to go out. We're doing our makeup. Best friend texts the group saying, I need to be picked up. Don't piss me off. My thing is, why don't you pick up your friend? Or why don't you hit up your friend, Jade, the stud? You and Jade know each other from school. Jade and Brittany know each other from work. Why are you hitting us all up? You need to hit up. How did you get to the club last time, Jade? You need to hit up Jade. All three of us have the same reaction, which is, who the hell is she talking to? Like, are you asking or are you telling us you need to be picked up? Nevertheless, Jade says she would pick her up, and me and Brittany finished getting ready and headed to the club. As she should. Jade, that's your friend. And shout out to anybody that just got here. What's up, Jazzy? This is your first live in a while. So we get to the club. We pay to get in. I hate that. And as soon as we rounded the corner from the front desk, to my surprise, we're being met by best friend. She was already lit so she already there? She's already lit as fuck. So we followed her to the bathroom where Jade was. I also forgot to mention Jade started working at the club as a bathroom attendant. Oh, Lord. So now we're in the bathroom dancing, taking videos, and Jade pulled out some more teriyaki mushrooms, and we took some and took some shots, and oh, Lord. I'm too old, y'all. Me, Brittany, and the best friend leave the bathroom. We found some random empty table to sit at. I start rolling one and peeping the scene. Best friend at this point just kept picking up my bottle, taking shot after. Ew, I hate people like that. Like, you are so broke and dusty. Like, why? And then you're older than me. Like, why are you doing that? That is so cringy. She put her mouth on my bottle. Like, ew, bro. So this is strike 3. Sometime later, she proceeds to tell us that she had a guy that was inviting us to his section. Me and Brittany was like, okay, cool, but wasn't too pressed behind being in the section or not. Maybe a good 30 or 45 minutes later, the guy with the section ended up coming over. She's rushing us to get to his section, and then when we get there, she introduces us to him and his friend, Naja, Chad. Why it gets time to introduce me, the friend, and this girl gonna say something, oh, this is the one I was saying was for you. This the one I was saying was for you. Oh, baby, no, you trying to auction me off like a freaking slave, bitch? Absolutely not. I never scrunched my face up so fast, because what you mean, this one, and who's, what? So at this point, me and Brittany is just off in the section by ourselves, taking shots from my bottle and dancing in our own little world, because we're dancing. We hearing the dudes off to the side saying, oh, I bet you won't do that to me. Y'all some lame ass bees. I can go find some other girls to be in our section. And again, we just not paying them no dust. No, for real, because I'm not trying to do nothing with y'all. And then, best friend, aren't you like low-key with Jade the stud? Because I always side-eye like hyper femmes that are like very male-centered, that are best friends with studs. It's giving you, I'm not trying to say you gay, because I don't even think you gay or bi. Like, I just really feel like you thrive off of masculine attention. Like, the fact that it was Jade's responsibility to drive you there, and you being boy crazy at the club, you ditching us, the girls, to go and be with the boys. Like, okay. Maybe 10 minutes later, this girl comes out with a bottle of champagne to pop, and she's standing in the section shaking and waiting on, and we just Like, girl, what is you doing? Best friend bouncing up and down on her knees as they pop the bottle. So I'm watching this in disbelief. Like, damn, she not gonna let this girl, you just letting this girl pour champagne on you? Like, what? What? Shout out to Sienna. They said, this sounds like how that one Texas family be moving. Anyone who's lived in Houston knows who I'm talking about. The Texas family. See, I'm out the loop. Y'all got to put me in the loop. Let me know on Patreon what you talking about, because I will go and deep dive this weekend and talk about it on Monday. Like, so now best friend's walking around the club wet and sticky because they done made it rain on her with a champagne bottle. She wanders off, and Brittany and I go to find her. We find her in the bathroom with Jade. I immediately tell Jade, like, her best friend wildin', and she's like, oh, I thought she was sweating. I didn't know that was liquor. She finishes up in the bathroom, and we go to dance, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's my bottle? Everybody said, I don't know, and then best friend says she gonna look for it. Best friend goes to the section and just starts cussing everybody out over my bottle, and the whole time we left the bottle in the bathroom. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. So we're in the bathroom again to grab the bottle, and that's what she told us, what I just told y'all. Talking about she just yelled at them. I then asked Jade to hold my purse because I'm tired of holding it. So we then walk outside to the back patio area. Best friend looked at me and then asked where my purse is. I said, it's okay. Jade is holding it for me. Girl, it's giving... Your bag gonna be gone. So she storms inside talking about, Jade, give her purse back. I'm right there. So Jade just hands me my purse looking confused. I said, girl, I told you it was good. Then she proceeded to say, oh, okay, I'm just checking. Because if a bitch had your purse, I would have pressed that hoe. You, my little sis, ain't nobody effing with you. Because girl, I am not even your people. Like, what the fuck? I would have felt so awkward. Like, girl, your best friend is saying she don't fuck with you and that I'm her girl and that she was going to beat your ass. Oh my God. Mind y'all, as she's yelling this, she's staring at herself in the mirror while punching her fist in her other hand. I'm like, oh, this girl is overly drunk. Fast forward to the end of the night. The club's about to close. Oh my God. And me and Brittany went to the bar to get a drink. Why I turned my head and best friend's on top of the table on all fours twerking. We get her down and started doing line dances. So as me and Brittany dancing to some old man came and started talking to best friend. And of course she entertains it. When I See You by Fantasia came on and I started singing, the old man tried to talk to me and I'm just ignoring him because ew. So the club is ending. We're all leaving. Best friend done ran away with some dude. Not surprised. Talking about he gonna take her home. Jade is over her at this point. I'm sitting in the car over it as well. Jade is yelling at best friend to get in the car before she goes to jail. Eventually, she ends up leaving with the dude she said she was leaving with and told us to meet at IHOP. So me, Jade, and Brittany are all in the car having a debrief because it's just too much. Like, Jade is talking and she's like, she's back on that shit. And me and Brittany are like, back? What do you mean back on that? No, somebody was like, is she bumping that? Because what is going on? Jade was like, yeah, she used to be off the booger sugar, but stop. But I think she's back on it. So I'm like, wait, whoa, let me get this straight. This girl is on booger sugar, medicinal things, and Douce. No wonder why she in there fighting demons in the mirror and the man in the mirror, right? So eventually we do end up going to IHOP, and we called her to let her know we're there. Y'all, this girl done answered from the bathroom talking about, y'all, I'm so messed up. I done put my bare behind on the toilet seat. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. The toilet seat covers are right above the toilet, girl. No, oh my God. Okay. So she pops up out the bathroom out of nowhere and tells us to move over to where her and her people were sitting. We all moved to the table close to them. At the other table, it was like 3 dudes, best friend, and another girl. As we're sitting there over here, we overhear them talking, and all you hear is one of the dudes say, F all that, how much it's gonna cost? And best friends respond saying, cash at me $20. He quickly then says, ooh, bet, that's too easy. What are we talking about? Now, Naja in chat, before he had even asked that question, he just pulled out a big wad of money. Not only this, after he sent that money, they got up and went in the IHOP bathroom, and shortly after, the second friend did too. They were in there for a good 20 to 30 minutes. We had time to order, go roll, meditate with God, and discuss this craziness. Saying how this was the last time we were hanging out with her, how she was trying to give us up at the club, to her getting the whole bottle of champagne dumped on her, her raging out over my bottle and my purse, finding out she was on that white girl. Like, now you over here selling services at the freaking IHOP for $20. I'm like, no wonder why she not making no money. She not selling it for enough. I'm like, sister girl, if you about to be doing this, you need to be charging more and not expecting your friends to pay your way throughout the night. She eventually came out and ended up calling us, telling us our food had came. We all go back in and eat. Best friend eventually gets up and leaves with one of the dudes she was in the bathroom with. And that was the last time I ever seen her. Thank God. Unfortunately, that's not the last I heard of her. But yeah, that was the last I seen her. If y'all want to know that other tea, let me know, because this is already long as hell. But thank you, Tribe and Naja, for hearing this crazy story. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of this Wednesday. Girl, what in the Zola? No, for real. We doing SW at the... Like, you tricking and you trapped me. You are low dollar tricking. You are a low dollar WHORE. Like, I'm just shocked that you just felt so confident involving the stud in this. I'm glad that none of you guys got auctioned off, because that is just not safe at all. That's not safe. This is somebody who needs to be in recovery, for real. Like, they are putting themselves in very dangerous situations. Kudos for y'all for going to the IHOP, because I know somebody out there is probably like, girl, I would have went home. No, like, I probably would have went to the IHOP too, just to make sure that she's okay. But no, for real, how you selling biscuit and you don't got no money? Or maybe this isn't something that she does all the time. You know what I mean? Obviously not, because your prices ain't right. They're talking about a freaking 3.5 cost more. Like, please. Yeah, this is sad. This is sad. Guys, this is the scary part about hanging out with male-centered girls, because it's like you will get yourself in a situation that is highly special. Maybe you'll be stranded. Maybe you can get coerced. Like, it's just not, no. Damn, she said, girl, no, she actually be selling it. Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Like, for nickels, dimes, Jesus. You can't even get a meal for $20 no more. Like, jeez. Make sure you guys email your stories to tribet@shopfoodiechild.com. Thank you so much to all 4 of you that sent in your story. For the 5th story, I will be reading it next week, okay? Make sure you guys like the video before you go. Leave me some comments. I go live on Friday. I'm posting on my other channel today. What else? I'm going live on Monday on this channel. And then I'm going to go live on Wednesday, and we're going to do it all over again. So yeah, as long as you keep them notifications on, you will get tons and tons of content from yours truly. If you want to know the secret channel, hit me up in the DMs. I will let you know. And yeah, that's all I can really think of. Thanks so much for coming and stopping by, guys. Like you said, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. Rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. Shoot, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy, bro. Rest in peace to Cannon, bro. Rest in peace. All right, y'all. I'm about to be out of here. Please be safe out there, guys. Stay hydrated. Don't eat lettuce or berries. Bye.